Hi, this is Jenny with SKYTea, and we're here today to go over how to make our #1 special masala chai. So thanks for joining us. You are going to need fresh water, and water quality is essential for any tea, so get at least a filtered water if you can. And then the best milk you can get your hands on, that's crucial for chai. If you want to do raw milk, if you want to do coconut milk or almond milk, soy milk, but you want a nice thick texture, yeah? So, and then we really recommend brown sugar, but this is a special muscovado sugar that we really love from the island of Mauritius, off of the Indian coast, in keeping with the flavor profile of chai. And you can find that at your local gourmet store or online. And then what's helpful is a measuring cup, a strainer, a teaspoon, and as many cups as you're going to make. We're going to make a couple cups, but people often make a whole big batch and then they can just heat it up for the next few days. So with our chai, you take 1 cup of water per cup of milk. So I'm going to get that simmering, and you want to simmer your spices because that's what's going to make the chai so absolutely delicious. So for every cup of chai, I use a tablespoon of our #1 special masala chai. And I'm going to let those simmer for as long as my patients can handle it, because that's going to bring out all those gorgeous spices. Now with our chai, what we've chosen to do is get the very best spices from the Kerala coast in India. So we have cardamom in here, and ginger, and cinnamon, and black pepper, and nutmeg. And then the cardamom that we use is the second most expensive spice in the whole wide world, and it gives it that gorgeous custardy deliciousness, right? And it's been really fun to learn. There's so many different cinnamons from around the world, and we've played with all of that, and this is what we've put together is what we think is one of the most delicious things in the world. I go personally and get these spices from these organic farmers in India. There's 2,500 of them, and so we see what crops did well that year, and just forming a relationship, and they're all organic and fair trade. So you want to simmer that for a good 2 to 3 minutes. I'm going to turn it down just a little bit because it's starting to boil now. And then next I add my sugar, and that's up to your sweetness. Honey's beautiful in this, but this dark muscovado, oh, it just gives it this caramely note that's absolutely exquisite. So I've got some sweet tooths here, so I'm going for 2. It's a little bit lighter of a sugar as well. I think we should probably maybe even sell that on our website too. What do you guys say?
Very good.
Give you access to that one. All right, I'm just gonna wait for these gorgeous. So did I talk enough about simmering? You really want those spices, you want to give them time to open up and to really allow all those aromas to release, because that's the point of chai. And pour out the rest of our water so I can get my milk in here. I can't express the importance of what milk you use. So we always go with really local, again, it's the texture too, but people are raving about coconut milk being in there, right? So pouring the milk in there. Okay. I love the sink being right there, that's helpful. And then simmer this through for another 2 to 3 minutes. I wish I had, you'll have to check out on our website and our other YouTube videos. I did this trip on motorcycle this year in India, and I went down one time on the mountain roads going up to the tea plantations, and monkeys took over the motorcycle. So if you get a chance, check that out. And we're going to go through all of our teas so that you'll be able to see whichever tea you buy from us, to be able to watch a video of how to get the best out of that tea. So you really want to allow that to froth up a little bit. Watch the scalding, right? So just keep stirring it now and again. Some Indian mums will let that simmer for a good 10 minutes. We're going to strain it next, so I'm going to get that ready. You know what? I'm going to strain it into this so that I can use the spout to aerate, which I'll show you next. I'll be right back. Actually, so we're just waiting for it to turn that really dark caramely color. Right now it's still a little light, so we're going to let this simmer longer and let it froth up a little bit, and we'll show you what the frothing looks like in just a second. All right, so now we're going to strain it through the strainer. So it's very simple, right? You take some water, you throw in some chai, you simmer it, you put in some sugar, you simmer it, you put in some milk, you simmer it, you strain it, you aerate it. It's very simple. So, here we go. Now, you might say, Jenny, why? Can't I just steep it and blah, blah, blah? No, you've got to simmer these gorgeous spices. And then, I mean, why waste such absolute exquisiteness, yeah? But now I'm going to show you, and it's called the yard in India. I'm not very good at it, so that's why I cheat and use a Pyrex, because you want something that can hold boiling water, right? So, and you get that aeration so that all the, and they'll do it back and forth. They'll just, you know, the more you aerate it, the more that aroma of the spices, and it just opens it up just like you would a wine. I mean, there's so much we'll go into on the other teas, because the terroir of where we get the spices from and all that adds every single important piece to making a chai.